Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. It is just after 9. I've dropped Soph off at school. I didn't film on Saturday or Sunday or Monday, so there you go. I felt rough last night. I ended up getting in bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm falling asleep, waking up when Andy came in at about 11. And then I think that affected my sleep because then I ended up waking up at like 3 in the morning and staying awake for ages. Plus, I did manage to finish last night my book that I'm using for Lithuania, which is The Good, the Bad, and the Worst: The 100 Craziest Moments from the Eurovision Song Contest by Jeff Tibballs. It was just what I expected it to be, just lots of funny stories from Eurovision and who won and lost on different years and like eventful things that happened. But it only goes up to 2015, I think it is, or 2016, which is, it's just the way it is. I think it was published in 2016, so there you go. In terms of where I've read, I can't remember the last one I told you about. I think the last one I told you about was I was most of the way through Favouring the Cotswold by Rebecca Torp. I give that 3 stars in the end. I did enjoy it, but the ending was quite rushed. Then I did, let's see, what did I do? I did Australia. Can I find it? Nanny Wanted by Noeline Jenkinson. That my copy from the library had 176 pages, but the only copy I could find on Goodreads was like it's actually a like Linford romance or something. The copy that I had looked like it had almost been self-published, but who knows? But I give that 3 stars. Then I read The Camino by Shirley MacLaine. I gave that 3 stars. I liked the bits where she actually talked about going on the pilgrimage. I loved that. And the reason I picked that up is because I've enjoyed watching those BBC programmes where like well-known people go on pilgrimages to different places. But in between, she's got a lot of psychic thoughts. She's got a lot of, she believes in UFOs. So actually a lot of the like what sounded like quite wacky dreams that she was having at night time once she'd done a day's travelling, she was actually thinking that it was like angels talking to her and stuff. So it was very interesting. It was like in parts reading a fantasy story, I suppose. So I wish there'd have been more about her experiences travelling rather than what she deemed to be a higher being talking to her. So yeah, it was interesting. Don't regret reading that at all. I listened to an audiobook of Never Drive a Hatchback to Austria by R.A. Dolke. This did mention quite a lot of Eurovision countries, but I can't recommend it because I was bored. It just didn't get any better, and I didn't want to DNF it because I knew I'd have to then start another one. I was using this for Cyprus because I didn't really fancy any of the other books that I'd seen for Cyprus, and so I persisted even though it was 10 hours of an audiobook. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I give that 1 star. And what other book? Well, I think that's it. At the minute I am reading, carrying on with the Netherlands for The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. I'm actually a day behind on the buddy read, but it is very, very interesting. So I need to get back on that today. So I need to read 100 pages of that today. Next, I'm thinking of starting Murder at Eurovision, and I don't know what country I'm using that for yet. I'm contemplating Finland, and I'm contemplating San Marino, and there is somewhere else. I'm contemplating Greece. I'm not sure which of those countries I'm going to use it for yet. So that's probably going to be my next one. In terms of what I got from the library yesterday, quite a lot came in for me, and I had to just bring 3 or 4 home because there was too many for me to carry, and I'm trying to get better at not walking home with loads of books. I got this one. Bear with me. One that's literally called Eurovision, and it's a history of modern Europe through the world's greatest song contest. So I'm figuring that could be used for pretty much any country. So that's one that I'm having on the back burner when the semi-finals have happened and we find out who's still in. So that's an option. After reading The Camino and being interested in like pilgrimages and things like that, I found this hefty beast, The Great Pilgrimage Sites of Europe. and it is over 200 and something pages. There's some nice pictures in it too. But let me have a look. I'm either going to use it for Portugal or Poland, one or the other, because there's sites in both of those places as well as others, but I've already read those countries, so there's that one. I did get this one, The Secret of the Night Train by Sylvia Bishop. It's a middle grade. Basically go on a night train and it's across Europe, but the places that it mentions I've either already read or don't come into Eurovision, so I'm taking that one back today. So there you go. Tomorrow will be the watch along of the Night Saga Netflix movie. So I need to remember to message about that on Twitter again today. And so yeah, everything's whew. So we're heading into finding out. I think it's going to be early hours of tomorrow morning actually for me, as to who has gone through on semi-final one, and then it'll be early hours of Friday morning that we'll find out about the semi-finals too. So it's like literally on Friday it'll be like cramming one book in if I can, but it'd have to be a small one. So I'm gonna have to be very, very what's the word? Tactical about what I read from now on and make sure I can fit everything in, because like I said, once we hit, I think it's 8 p.m. in my time, once we hit that, no books will be counted, and I've put all the times up for each individual time slot in each country of when the cut-off will be, so everybody knows, because once the Eurovision Song Contest programme starts where I am, I will not be going on the spreadsheet again and counting any more books. Anything after that will just get deleted. So watch out, make sure you're selective. Oh, and we'll see how we go. Michelle, who's leading at the moment, has, I think, literally 4 or 5 books left to read. She's going to get all the points for us because it looks like she's going to read all 39. For the rest of us, it's going to be a competition to see how we do. And on early hours of Wednesday and early hours of Friday, once we've found out the semi-final scores, we will then be unfortunately probably crossing out some countries that we've read because we get no points because they haven't made it through. Heartbreaking, but exciting. So yeah, I will try my best to vlog every day until Eurovision contest, but I can't promise anything, so I will speak soon. Bye. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, it's 9 o'clock. I've just dropped Sophie off at school. I've got my everything £5 jeans on. I love these jeans. And it was semi-final night for Eurovision last night, semi-final number 1. And so of the 10 countries that have gone through, I managed to read 7 of them, so I was very happy about that. But of the 10 that have, is it 10? No, the 10 that have gone through, I've read 7. And then of the, I want to say 6 that went out, I read 3. So I'd read Ireland, Australia and Romania, and they've gone out. So there you go, 0 points for those. However, there's still some countries I've yet to read from semi-final 1. So I've decided to use Over My Dead Body, Mirror at Eurovision for Azerbaijan, because they are definitely in it. And also I haven't read Belgium yet, so I'm going to read one of the Agatha Christie Poirot ones. So I'm going to read The Clocks. That's if I get time. Of the big 5 and the Netherlands, they're the automatic qualifiers. I've read all 5 of Italy, Germany, Spain, UK and France. The Netherlands is the host country and they're definitely through, and I am, I'd say, maybe 2/3 of the way through the miniaturist for the Netherlands. We are buddy reading this 50 pages a day. There's about 5 of us buddy reading it, but I've got a feeling, I think I've got about 200 pages left. No, 100 pages left, maybe. No, over that. That I might rush ahead and get this finished because then when semi-final 2 happens, we'll find that out on Thursday evening, and then I'm going to have to look at those countries because there's quite a lot of those that I haven't read yet, and decide what I'm going to read in order to try and bag some of those. So fingers crossed there's not too many that I've read already that are gone. But it is the luck of the draw. So I'm considering a lot of things for next year's Eurovisionathon. I keep thinking of things and they're all going to go into the Survey Monkey for people to comment on. I am contemplating that because there are 20, I think it's around 26 countries that get into the final, of capping the amount of books that people can read at 26 so that everybody has the element of how many points did I get and everybody experiences how that feels. Um, haven't decided on that yet. That's an option. What was one of the other things we were thinking of? Oh, I've just got a lot of ideas. I know somebody mentioned a Discord channel at one point, but that would mean having a different like channel within the channel for each of the countries, and setting that up could be hard work. And I have run one Discord before for a read along and not as many people used it. Because somebody mentioned they wanted to do buddy reads, but that can still be organised through Twitter. So but I'm not poo-pooing any ideas. I'm putting it out there. We can't accommodate everything because everybody will want different things, but we'll do what we did last year. We took a lot on board of last year and used that this year. Um, so yeah, I've got a lot of ideas at the minute. Something I forgot to mention from yesterday morning was that my 5-year-old decided to make breakfast for us all. She wouldn't let us in the kitchen, and I will insert a picture of the breakfast that she made me. I'll also tell you that it was an apple, a pear, a bag of salt and vinegar crisps, a bag of chocolate animal biscuits, and a Peppa Pig yogurt with a spoon. She did the same for her dad, and she also made us a card each saying, to you, Mum, you are the best mum ever, love Sophie, and the same for her dad. So it was the cutest thing. And she was so delighted with it. So obviously I had to eat ready salt and vinegar crisps and chocolate biscuits for my breakfast because she'd gone to all that effort. So that was that. So I am at some point today going to be watching Fire Saga, the Eurovision Netflix film, and hopefully chatting to people about that on the Eurovisionathon Twitter hashtag. I am at some point going to be carrying on with the Netherlands and starting one of those other books that I just mentioned. I'm hoping to nip to the local library and return some of Sophie's books. Me and Andy are hoping to go for dinner at a little cafe in Lee, that has, opened up for the first time again this week. And yeah, there's just a lot to think about. My library where I work is doing an author chat tonight, so I want to bob on there at some point and listen to a bit of that. I know they're going to be announcing the poetry competition winners, and I'm intrigued just to see who from our library users won that competition. Was there anything else? No, I think that was it. But I cannot believe that we're nearly at the end of Eurovisionathon. It's been wonderful. Everybody's joined in, everybody's entered into the spirit. But more than that, it's about people making new friends and really coming together. And when I look at the Eurovisionathon Twitter page and see the comments that people are making to each other, it makes me so happy. So yeah, there you go. I am very tired, so a Netflix watch and a reading day is just what the doctor ordered. So I will speak soon. Bye. Hi everyone. So it's 2:15 in the afternoon. I have just been for a meal at a local cafe with Andy, which was really nice. I had a beef and onion baguette with some chips and it was lovely. So I just got back to the conservatory. I'm chilling with my cat Treacle, who's on the floor next to me. And I just got a parcel from Waterstones. One of my pre-orders came in and I cannot wait for this. I read Crater Lake not that long ago, and this is the sequel to it, Crater Lake Evolution by Jennifer Killick. And look at the sprayed edges. Bright orange. So excited. So I cannot read this for last week in May because it doesn't fit in with the Royal Readathon. I don't think it's got a witch in it. The last one didn't. Strong female lead. No, I think the main character's called Lance. What were the other two? Strong female lead. Book that's been on your pile for ages. No, because it's just come in. And book with a prince in it. No. So if I can squash another one into that week, I will try, but I've already got 5 books to read that week, so I won't. So I'm going to hope that for my June Scrabble TBR I get a C for Crater Lake, or hope that one of the roles that Kim does for my TBR trail incorporates this in, although no it can't, because I've asked her to. Oh yeah, it can, because there's one section that I've asked her to change to ebook or audiobook, but if I land anywhere else on the board, I've just got to hope that one of her prompts allows me to read this. But that cover's gorgeous. I've made it with the sprayed edges and I cannot wait to get reading this. So I thought I'd just bob on and show you that. And now I'm going to, I don't know whether I'm going to try and finish off the Netherlands book or start off on my other one for Azerbaijan. You'll soon see. So speak soon. Bye. Eurovision Day, everyone. It is Saturday. My child is throwing Eurovision balloons at me. It is Saturday, the 22nd of May. We finally made it. Oh, I am trying to finish my Finland book today. I am over halfway through. I have put all of the stats up on Twitter for everyone to see. If there's any mistakes, it will purely be because different names have been used, but I've tried to sort that. What? You need more balloons? I'll take some back. So yeah, so Michelle has read all 39 countries, so she will obviously get the maximum amount of points. So now it is all on to see who will come further down the scoreboard. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. It has been wonderful. We are going to be watching Eurovision tonight and having a party, aren't we, Soph?
Yeah.
We're going to be having a party tea.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure these balloons will be out and about a lot later. I've got my flags ready. Oh, that's Germany. Where's the UK one? Maybe that was the an omen then that Germany's going to win. But there you go. Oh, so good luck, James. Our country's song Embers. Hope we do okay and better than lower half of the scoreboard. Sorry. And we will either live tweet or we will just announce the scores that evening, definitely on Sunday morning. So thank you for taking part. Thank you, Sophie, for clobbering me with Eurovision balloons. And I will see you soon. Bye.